Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. Alright, and just like I said before, anytime I get to like a film in this countdown of reviews I'm doing for my picks for the top 10 best animated DreamWorks movies, anytime I get to a film that has like any sort of like sequels or whatever, I would make another video to talk about like the other movies, to talk about how I feel about those films. Alright, so now here I am to give my thoughts on the Madagascar sequels. So, yeah, Madagascar, they've had like two official sequels to this film, as well as a spin-off movie with the Penguins of Madagascar. And as far as how I feel about them, I mean, I think that the sequels are like pretty good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of people like kind of refer to like the Madagascar films as films that really do like get better like as they progress. Like people like I said before, like the first one kind of had like a mixed reaction at the time. I mean, people overall liked it, but I mean, it didn't have like the best reception when it came out. And the the third, oh gosh, I'm getting all tongue-tied here. The second film, like overall, like it did seem to like have like a better reaction from critics and audiences than the first film did. And then the third film, people say like is really good, and some people like refer to it as the best. So yeah, so yeah, people really seem to like really enjoy the Madagascar movies more as they go on. But so yeah, I'm gonna give my thoughts on each one and just like give my brief thoughts on how I feel about all of them. But before I start off with this, I just have to address something real quick. Because yeah, apparently like I didn't make this clear last time I addressed it. So, because, yeah, over the last several months, I've been, like, seeing people, like, come to my videos and just, like, leave, like, a bunch of, like, irrelevant comments on, just leaving comments that have absolutely nothing to do with the video they comment on whatsoever. I've been seeing this go on for months. Like, there have been times where I was, like, on another video, and got into, was talking to somebody about something else and stuff. And then like then that person like after like I get into like kind of a heated argument with them or something, they'll come to one of my videos and just like leave like a type of hate comment or whatever, like calling me names or something, or just like coming to one of my videos to just like continue to just like try to like say what they were saying on the video I was talking to them on. And yeah, they're just like me leaving a bunch of like comments. Like, I'm seeing, like, just all these comments on my videos that just have absolutely nothing to do with the videos whatsoever. Like, whether it's, like, a name they're calling me, whether it's, like, just a irrelevant point on a video. Yeah, and, yeah, I just really had to address this because I just saw another one on one of my videos just a few minutes ago. Like, on my previous video on my review for Madagascar, somebody left a comment on it, like, talking about, like, WrestleManias and stuff, saying that, like, one WrestleMania was, like, the best and another was, like, overrated or something. Like, seriously, stop leaving all these, like, irrelevant comments that have nothing to do with the video whatsoever. Like, stop doing this. I am sick and tired of seeing all of these, like, just random comments that have absolutely nothing to do with the video that they comment on whatsoever. Stop doing this, okay? If you're going to leave a comment on my video, leave something that's actually relevant about the video, okay? Quit leaving all of these random comments on videos. I addressed this last year. Apparently I didn't make it clear. Stop leaving all of these comments. Alright? I mean, seriously, I mean, first of all, you're just wasting your time leaving a comment like that because I have all of the comments on my videos like up for approval, so yeah, before they even go public, like I have to see them first, and first before they actually go onto the video. So yeah, I actually like allow the comments to come on here. Like I make the decision on what comments can be seen on the videos and which one can't. And so if you actually take the time to like just leave a random comment like that, like you're just wasting your time because you're not gonna even have it be seen by anybody, and I'm just gonna erase it. So stop trying to just do that and quit wasting your time doing it because, yeah, you're just not gonna get that seen by anybody. So stop it. And yeah, if you actually do take the time to actually leave a comment like that, like you're just gonna be blocked, and I'm gonna ban you from my channel, so you can't do that anymore. Alright? So I'm giving you all a warning right here. If you actually take the time to do that, I'm going to block you. Okay? So all of you leaving those comments, stop it. Alright? I addressed this last year. I'm addressing it again because I didn't make it clear. Knock it off and stop doing it. Okay? Because, yeah, you're not going to get it seen by anybody. And if you're actually that pathetic to leave a comment like that, you're never going to be able to do it again because you'll be blocked and banned from the channel. Okay? So knock it off. Alright, but anyway, okay, so let me talk about the Madagascar movies, sequels. So, yeah, starting with the second one, Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa, I actually really did like this one. This one may actually be my favorite Madagascar film. I mean, I saw this in the theater, and I did enjoy it. Yeah, I actually did think this was a pretty good story. It's basically like a continuation from the first film in a way. Yeah. In this film, like, the story really was that it was kind of like talking, like, mostly about, like, Alex's backstory, sort of, because when this film opens up, like, we actually do see, like, how what Alex really was before he actually did come to the Central Park Zoo, and how he really did end up there. Because, yeah, before Alex actually did go to the zoo, when he was, like, a cub, he was, like, like, a, he was, like, a son of another lion, Zuba, and Alex's name was actually Alake. And yeah, he was like being taught how to fight by his father, but like he just really had more of an interest in dancing. And, yeah, and apparently like Zuba had a rival Makunga, and like Zuba then and basically ended up like fighting Makunga to just try to show Alake how to fight, but then like eventually, Alec just ended up like being captured by some poachers, and then he was loaded onto a crate, and driven off. And then yeah, Zuba like gave chase, and then like he was like trying to free Alec, but then like the poachers caught him and just like knocked Zuba off, and then that ended up like knocking over the crate containing Alec off. But yeah, Zuba didn't know, and he continued to give chase, and then yeah, that's then when like Alec crate then fell into the ocean and then went to New York City, and then yeah, he was then found and put in the Central Park Zoo and named Alex, and then yeah, it then like showed Marty, Melman, and Gloria all like as like children also, and then yeah, then it basically just then like just shifted over to when like basically like right where the first film had started left off. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, like Alex, Marty, Melman, and Gloria, along with like the Penguins and the Chimps, were like getting ready to leave for New York on like a borrowed plane. But then, yeah, as like the Penguins were trying to like pilot the plane, and like they were accompanied by like Julian, Maurice, and Mort, who were like three of the lemurs. Yeah, like the plane ended up like crashing down in like Africa, and then that's when like Alex was reunited with like his family, and it showed that Alex and his father like had like identical like marks on their paws and stuff. And then yeah, it just showed like Alex was reunited with his family, and yeah, it showed then like Marty, Melman, and Gloria were like fitting in with herds of their own kind also, and yeah, Marty was really like fitting in, and Melman was like kind of like distressed about there weren't any doctors around, and then yeah, Melman was like appointed the witch doctor by the other giraffes, and yeah, Gloria also like was kind of like attracted to like a male hippo, Modo Modo. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, it just showed them like Makunga was like just trying to really like make it so that Alex couldn't become the like future king or something. Yeah, the story for this kind of reminded me a little of the story of the Lion King in a way, because yeah, Makunga was kind of reminding me a little bit of Scar because he wanted to be king and also and stuff, and so yeah, Makunga basically just ended up like tricking Alex to really like complete like a rite of passage, and Alex just like thought that it was a talent contest, and it ended up being a fighting contest, and then yeah, Alex ended up like being defeated in that contest, very humiliating. And then yeah, Zuba basically had to relinquish there's the alpha title of Alex, and then yeah, Makunga ended up like taking it over and stuff, yeah. And yeah, like that was also shown like Marty was like like basically identical to the other zebras, and Alex really couldn't tell them apart anymore and stuff, yeah. Yeah, and yeah, basically just Alex was going through like a whole conflict of like losing all of his friends and stuff, and yeah, eventually like it was shown that Melman really did have some feelings for Gloria, and then yeah, it showed that like like Moto Gloria's interest in like Moto was like really depressing in Melman because of his love for Gloria, yeah. Yeah, and yeah, but yeah, it was eventually later revealed that like Moto was only interested in Gloria because of her size and stuff, and so yeah, and then like at one point like the animal's like watering hole ended up drying up, and then Alex wanted to redeem himself, and so yeah, he ended up with Marty, and then yeah, they like ended up like trying to find a way to restore water, and then it was like eventually like revealed that a sacrifice to a nearby volcano would restore it, and Melman just was like filling because he was dying. He then like was volunteering to be sacrificed, but then yeah, Gloria just ended up like stopping him, and then yeah, she just told Melman that he was the perfect one for her, and eventually like it was shown that Al like there were stranded New Yorkers building a camp and near the river, and also in this one, like that old lady from the first one arrived, and she was like leading a safari and stuff, and yeah, she was like getting into like fights with Alex and stuff. So yeah, pretty funny humor right there. So yeah, she made a reappearance in this movie and a much bigger role also, yeah. And then yeah, New Yorkers, yeah, then like the New Yorkers on the safari just ended up like damming up the river, and they eventually ended up capturing Alex. But then yeah, Zuba eventually ended up rushing to his aid, and but yeah, Alex then like just convinced his father to just help him like just dance for the tourists, and then that's when the tourists then like recognized who Alex was, yeah. And then yeah, they then like were just freed themselves and stuff, and then yeah, eventually like the plane ended up being repaired and stuff, and then yeah, Alex and yeah, all the others eventually ended up destroying the dam, and the water was restored. Yeah, but then yeah, and then like Makungo tried to stand up for control, and then yeah, Alex just then like tricked Makungo into being subdued by the old lady. Yeah, and then yeah, Alex was offered then like the title of Alpha again, but Alex then just declined, and yeah, his father and Alex then became the co-leaders. Yeah. Yeah, then just showed then, like Alex, Marty, Melman, Gloria, and the Lemurs then just ended up like deciding to stay for a while. So yeah, that was basically the story of the second film, and so yeah, I liked it. Yeah, I did like the second one. It's fine. Yeah, and then yeah, the third film, Madagascar 3: Europe's Most Wanted. This one is looked at probably as the best of the three, and yeah, it definitely does have a pretty good story to it. Yeah, this is basically like once again kicking off right where the second film had left off, and then yeah, this is in this film like Alex and his friends then just like wanted to go, decide to just like go to Monte Carlo, and then oh, and then yeah, they then just like just decided to then like just take have the penguins go back to New York City with the chimps, and then yeah, and then like was showing like how the chimps and the penguins are like winning in casinos and stuff, and then and yeah, they like were like getting a bunch of money and stuff, which is kind of funny, yeah. Yeah. And yeah, basically like they were just like trying to get back home to New York and stuff in this film, and then yeah, yeah, and then yeah, they ended up like eventually being kidnapped to uh, animal control and stuff. Like Alex was like trying to like interfere to kidnap and stuff, and then yeah, the animal control then arrived, and yeah, there's like their leader, Chante Devois, and then yeah, they were just being pursued by her basically throughout this whole film, and yeah, eventually like as they get through France, ants, and stuff. Like they eventually like come across a circus train, and then yeah, they like meet the people on the well, the other animals on the circus train, like Stefano, who's like a he's like a sea lion, and also like Vitaly, a Siberian tiger, and uh yeah, also just like a bunch of other animals, and including like this jaguar, Gia, that Alex like ends up like falling in love with in this film, and yeah, they like at first try to like pass off as other circus animals because yeah, they're like on their way through a tour and they're gonna stop off in New York, and so yeah, Alex and the others then just decided to tour with them so they could go home to New York and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, in this film, like Dubois is basically just like trying to chase down the animals a bunch of times, also. So and then yeah, she eventually ended up like recruiting her other animal control men and just try to pursue the animals. Yeah, and then yeah, eventually then it was revealed that like that Alex and the others were just zoo animals and not circus and stuff, and then and yeah, they just eventually ended up like being tranquilized by Dubois when she finally caught and captured them. Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, eventually then like they then just ended up like going their separate ways from the circus animals, and but that was just like when they were arriving in New York City, and then like the Alex and the others then just ended up like finding that their home was with the circus before then Dubois captured them. And then like the zoo staff ended up like discovering Dubois, and then they felt that she was just responsible for returning the missing animals. Yeah, but then yeah, King Julian and the Penguins got to the circus and then convinced like all like the circus animals to rescue Alex and the others. And then yeah, in the zoo like Alex and the others then were just like trapped in like much larger enclosures. And yeah, Duval was then like just being honored by the zoo guard, but yeah, she secretly was like loading up a poison filled dart into a gun. That she was like hiding, and because she wanted to really just execute Alex to like complete this like collection she has where she's missing a lion and stuff. Yeah, that's basically what she was doing in this film, like trying to like capture Alex for a collection and stuff. Yeah. But then eventually, yeah, the circus animals then arrived, and then yeah, they ended up like defeating Dubois and her henchmen, and then yeah, Alex and the others then like just then decided to just permanently join the circus for their adventures, and then it showed then that Dubois and her henchmen were like sent off in their own crates for Madagascar and stuff. So yeah, this third film is probably looked at by many as the best. I don't know if I can really say it is. I don't know. For me, it's a really a toss between like the second and third one. I'm like, if I was including like sequels in this top 10 DreamWorks countdown stuff, I probably would have actually included these two on the list. But yeah, I just want to be fair in this. Like, I want to give more films a chance because if I was including sequels in this, I could probably just like put like a bunch of sequels on here. So I really didn't want to do that. I want to just like give like more films like a chance for this countdown. So that's really why I'm doing this. But yeah, I really do think that the two sequels are like pretty good movies overall, and definitely like worthy follow-ups to the first film. So yeah, I like them. And then we also have the spin-off film Penguins of Madagascar, and people really do kind of seem to like this. I mean, I guess it does have a pretty good reception to it. I really wasn't too big on the Penguins of Madagascar. I remember like when they had their show on Nickelodeon, I really was not a fan of that. I really didn't care for it very much. And here, I mean, I just really didn't really see anything that spectacular about this film. I mean, it wasn't the worst thing ever. I mean, I guess like if you're gonna make a film with these, I guess like this is the story that you want to do considering their type of characters they are. But I really don't think that this kind of story really is meant for like a full length film like this. Yeah, basically, yeah, this one is really just focusing on the events, like basically just like following right after the events of the well, not really right after, but after the events of the third film. Yeah, I do like the opening of this film where it shows like Skipper, Kowalski, and Rico as young penguins. Like they're really like defying the laws of nature, and they're like saving an egg that they feel is doomed. And then yeah, eventually like it hatches and it shows then like Private was then born and stuff. And then yeah, then like 10 years later, after like the penguins then just ended up deciding to leave the circus and they were celebrating Private's birthday, and then they were like breaking into the United States Gold Depository at Fort Knox. Like give them like a discontinued snack, cheesy dibbles. Yeah. And yeah, Private basically was like feeling out of place, and then yeah, so they eventually end up being abducted by a machine, and then they end up like being sent off to Venice, and that's by Dr. Octavius Brine, and he's like a genetic just geneticist or something, yeah. And yeah, he like has just like an actually really an octopus Dave in disguise, and yeah, he's like resentful of penguins because yeah, the cuteness of penguins like shunned. He was basically caused to be shunned from every zoo and aquarium in the globe. And yeah, basically in this film, like it's basically just like a bunch of science experiments on them and stuff, and there's like a mutation or something, and yeah, he like apparently like Dave had intention after like having a huge supply of Medusa serum. He had the intention to capture penguins out of the zoo, out of all the zoos that he really was kicked out of, and he was like seeing penguins as a hinder to the mission, and yeah, he just had the intention to just like I don't know mutate them or something. I really don't know. Yeah, it's really like a really weird plot to this film. But yeah, it's just like they were like yeah, Skipper and like all the others like they're just like being used for Dave's experiments and plans and stuff. I don't know. It's a really weird story. I mean, I really don't really know what is really like about this, but yeah. Eventually, like he ends up like mutating them, and they're like disintegrated and stuff, and they end up like being like mutated into like hideous monsters eventually. And yeah, the city just ended up like being really chaotic because like of how terrifying the penguins really did become. But then yeah, Private eventually did like get Skipper, Kowalski, and Rico back to their senses. Yeah, Private was the only one really that wasn't mutated of the four of them. And then yeah, he eventually like connected himself into a ray and then to restore them back to their normal selves. Yeah. And yeah, they eventually ended up like turning all the penguins back to normal and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, Private was like partially mutated from the machine, and after everyone was restored to normal, and he had a strange look. But then like the penguins eventually like ended up like having a respect for Dave, and but Dave ended up like being caught in the blast, and he was like turned into like a pipsqueak version of himself, and he ended up like now being trapped into a snow globe, and like a little girl that had the snow globe was like really admiring them, and then eventually like Classified, who was uh, one of like the team leaders of the North Wind, as they would say. Yeah, he then like granted the penguins anything they wanted. And yeah, the penguins then were eventually like given their jets, and then they fly above like clouds looking for like other adventures and stuff. So yeah, a really like unusual plot to this, and yeah, a really like standalone story from like the other Madagascar films. So I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're interested, like if you do like the penguin characters in Madagascar, I guess like that film will be enjoyed by you. But for me, it's really not my kind of film. But yeah, the Madagascar 2 and 3, I really do like. So yeah, I would recommend those, especially like if you did enjoy the first one. I think you'll get like a lot more enjoyment out of these if you haven't seen them before. So yeah, I definitely do recommend like the two Madagascar sequels. And the spinoff, yeah, it's just like really if you like the characters or not, whether or not you'll enjoy it. So yeah, overall, I do think that the Madagascar sequels and the spin-off, overall, they are pretty good films. So, yeah. So yeah, I guess they are like worthy follow-ups of the original film. And yeah, we'll see like if they plan to do like any other sort of Madagascar spin-offs. I really don't know what else they can do, and especially like the way the third film ended, I think it's the perfect way for the actual Madagascar films to end. So yeah, overall, Madagascar is a pretty good franchise from DreamWorks. Alright, so yeah, that is it for my thoughts on the Madagascar sequels. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy what I had to say about these movies. So yeah, in my next one, we'll get back to the countdown with some more reviews for my picks in the actual list, alright? But anyway, alright, so that does it for this video, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.